So guys, have you ever experienced the Harley Wobble? Guys, my name is Rick and this is the HDVIBE channel. I have experienced the Harley Wobble mostly on the Road Glide Special. So what we're going to do today is talk about some of the reasons that can happen, and then also a very simple solution with a very simple tool that I'm going to show you in this video that could rectify the Harley Wobble. And we'll get into it right after this. So that's right guys, I have experienced the Harley Wobble on the 2021 Road Glide Special. And there was a very specific reason that took some doing to figure out as to why that was happening. But oftentimes it's a very simple issue with a very simple solution with a simple tool that you can carry on the bike to fix it. So in my case, the major issue I was having probably about 6 or 8 months ago on this bike was I was getting a wobble, a very, very strong wobble when I put on the brakes at highway speeds. We couldn't figure out, I was going through rotors, all kinds of stuff was going wrong with the bike, but ultimately master technicians figured out after talking with Harley technicians that potentially my front wheel was out of round. So we replaced the front wheel, the bearings, the rotors, the brakes, the tire, all those sorts of things, and it fixed the problem. Sometimes it can be very complex. Other things that can be going bad if you're experiencing it on a very routine basis is your neck bearings can be bad or not tightened at the right level. You could get cupping on your front or your rear tire. You could have your shocks or your suspension going out either in the front or the rear, or one of your rear shocks is losing fluid and is not operating properly, which could cause some wobble in the back end or the front end. There's a variety of reasons. You know, as I said, bad tires, suspension going out, neck bearings, maybe even like in my case, an out of round or not balanced wheel. Oftentimes what I find is, and I was actually out on a ride just the other day where I was getting the wobble specifically in turns and corners. And what I have come to find as owned Harley Davidsons now since 2016 is often what happens is my tire pressure is low. So on the Harley Davidson touring bikes, your front tire pressure should be 36 to 38. That's the recommended. On the back, 38 to 40. Well, I was riding the other day and I actually checked. So I'm fortunate I have TPMS on this bike because I do have the RDRS, but if you don't, sometimes it's hard to tell. So you do have to do that T-clocks and check it. So in my case, I checked the TPMS actually today and I was 35 in the front and I'm running 37 in the back. Simple solution is get some air in your tires. I have a tool that I'm going to show you that I do that with, and I carry it in my saddlebag at all times. So let me reach into my saddlebag and show you the tool that I carry on my bike. So it's one of these, a portable air pump, and this one happens to be the LEXIN Smart Pump P5. This is the latest and greatest version. Actually, LEXIN sent this out to me to show you guys. I've carried similar types of these to this LEXIN, but never had a LEXIN. And this one actually works really, really well. I've had this for a number of months now. I actually used this when I was out on a ride a few weeks ago, and my phone was actually going down, so I was actually able to charge it by plugging into the charging port on this, so it actually also acts like a charging block as well. This thing is pretty simple. There's a button in the middle here, and we just hold that down and that turns on the pump. So there's several different settings you can have this. You can have this for automobile, motorcycles, bicycles, as well as sports equipment like basketballs, volleyballs and the like. And there's just a button right up here on the top right where you push that, you can go through the different functions. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to motorcycle. You can see it's set to 40. So if I were to blow up my rear tire, I would use this, but you can also adjust that downward. And I'm going to do that now. You just push this bottom left button and I'm going to select that to 38.5, and we're going to check the tire pressure up here in the front tire and actually blow it up with this LEXIN Smart Pump P5. Okay, so again, as I said, I've got this set to 38.5. It's on motorcycle. I put the filler tube up in the top here, and so now I'll just twist this on. And as you can see, I'm at 35.5 on this reading, and actually the bike read 35. So, and then to start it, you're just going to hit this middle button. And then it will go up to the designated PSI, which is 38.5, and then this will shut off. So there it did, it hit 38.5 PSI and it shut off. Go ahead and disconnect this. As you can hear, a little bit of air comes out of that, but that's pretty typical on any of these pumps here. So we'll put the cap back on and we should be set. Okay, so the LEXIN Smart Pump works really well on the bike. Like I said, I've used this out on the road when I've had to charge my phone. It just have a little input here where you can put your USB charging cord in there, and that's also where you charge this up. Doesn't take that long to charge up. I would say if it goes completely dead, you're probably looking at 4 hours or so and this thing will charge up. There's this light on the front, as you can see there. So if you do have to use this when you're out somewhere when it's dark, like at night, out on the side of the road, which is what this is great for, having in the saddlebag when you can't get to a gas station and you really need to get air. You got a little light to put on the subject so you can actually see your valve stem, get the cap off. A great tool to have in your saddlebag. Could fix the Harley Wobble. I know I experience it anytime my tires do go just even a pound or two below the recommended level. Like I said, I like to keep mine at 38 in the front, 40 in the back. I seem to get the smoothest ride, but as soon as it goes below that, I'll feel that wiggle, especially on curves or even going down the road. You'll get a little wiggle woggle, and this is a great simple tool to carry in your saddlebag so that you can rectify that even if you're out on the road. So another cool gadget LEXIN sent me is this other gadget that I carry in my saddlebag, and it looks like a helmet. Let me turn this on.
Battery 100%. Pairing.
It's actually a Bluetooth speaker. So if you're out, you pair this with your phone, you can have some music. Check this out. So guys, we addressed the Harley Wobble. It could be very, very complicated, and please take it seriously if you have this, but the first simple solution, check your air pressure on your tires, and that could fix the problem. And then after you get it fixed, you can listen to a little music. Guys, if you like this type of content, please give this a thumbs up. Also consider sharing this with your friends. I will have links to both of these products, the LEXIN products, down in the description. Guys, with that, I want to leave you with this thought. Life is short, get out and ride the bike. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.